Are we filming? We're filming. Yeah. Come here, baby. Oh my goodness. Mommy doesn't even know how to start this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel for the first time if you're new here. This is my first time hitting that record button in, I think, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. I took a lot of time off when I was in my 3rd trimester with this little guy. And then once he was born, I just took a long maternity leave. I'm so excited to be filming with my newest little addition. My husband and I welcomed our beautiful baby son into the world on October 17th, and it has just been amazing and crazy and perfect and challenging and all the things ever since he made his arrival, but he's just the biggest blessing. We love him so much. He's so cute. Like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting the obsession that I have with this boy. So everybody meet Bruce Fitzgerald, little cutie pie. He is 4 months old right now. Oh, hold on, mommy's not holding you comfortably. There we go. He's 4 months old right now. He's humongous. So he was 12 pounds when he was born. Yeah, you can like feel my insides crying just remembering that. We have a lot to talk about in this video. I'm basically going to cover today what I've been up to since I left. I think my last video was a maternity try-on haul, and after that I had no energy. My 3rd trimester was very hard. So I'm going to try and catch you all up, share what we've been up to, and share what we have in the future videos to come. Because I am back. I'm so excited. I may not post as consistently as before because mom life. When mom duties call, which you never know when you're gonna have to drop everything and tend to your baby, it happens. So my schedule is literally still like this, getting back into work and into the groove of things, but I'm really excited just to start. You gotta start somewhere, right? So I'm excited just to hit that record button and start. So I'm gonna cover what my 3rd trimester was like. I'm gonna talk about life post-baby and what my husband and I have been up to. And I will bring my little man back at the end to say goodbye to you all. But if you are wanting, what are you looking at, buddy? If you are wanting to see more of Bruce, definitely head to my Instagram. If you follow me, you already know he is like the love of my life. I post him all the time because his outfits are cute. Everything baby is so cute. I just love sharing him with you all. So if you're wanting to see more of Bruce, head to my Instagram. I'll put my handle down here somewhere if I can figure out how to do that in the editing software. But other than that, let's get into this video. Let's chat about what life has been like as a mommy. Just got Bruce down for a nap, so I am on the clock now. Do any of you moms out there like feel like you had all the time in the world before you had a baby? I'm like, if I had really maximized the time I had before I had a baby, I would have gotten so much more done, truthfully. So I thought I was always great at, you know, being efficient and getting things done, but doing that with a baby that I'm like the primary caretaker for, it makes you really look at time differently. So now that he's asleep, I have got 30 minutes to crank out this YouTube video. So anyways, let's start with the biggest life update since my last video, which is the arrival of Bruce. He arrived October 17th. He was a whopping 12 pounds. Y'all, that delivery was something else. It was very challenging. It wasn't that long though. So I am grateful for that. I was in labor for 16 hours. And then I pushed for an hour, which seems like a long time, but time actually goes by kind of fast in the hospital for some reason. And I've heard stories of other women being in the hospital for like double or even almost triple that amount of time. So I will take it. Let me know if you're a mama watching this, how long you were in labor and delivery for. I know everyone's experience is so different, and I know even though mine was really hard, it's just like that delivery part, I'm still grateful for how the whole day went. So we actually had to stay in the hospital for 3 days after he was born, just because of complications during his birth. He was delivered naturally, so as you can imagine, I was destroyed down there. Like, that is my number one fear with having another baby, is that it's never gonna work the same down there again because of how much trauma just one baby did. So not focusing on another baby yet, but you know, that thought is in the back of my head because it happened once. So who's to say it won't happen again? So anyways, the recovery from birth was very challenging for me. I couldn't walk for like 3 weeks, actually maybe even a little longer. And my husband, Nick, like Husband of the Year award, he was so awesome, just doing pretty much everything for me and to Bruce once we got home. And it was physically very hard. I would say that was the hardest part of my postpartum journey, was the physical healing. I was so over the moon excited that Bruce was here. So I'm thankful I actually didn't have that much of mental barriers to overcome, because I know that's a part of your postpartum recovery that happens to many women. And through no fault of their own, your hormones are like going crazy, which I still got hit with the hormones of like crying all the time. I still cry. Actually, last night I had a total meltdown with Nick because I was thinking of our unborn children graduating from college and how I don't want that to happen because I want them to stay babies forever. So very like most random thing that I could have an emotional cry session about, but it happens. So I have been more emotional in that sense because every day is a gift with Bruce. So everything for sure, like everything has been more emotional for me since having Bruce. So that is how I've emotionally struggled, just because I love him too much. I'm like, is that a thing? I don't think it is. No child can be loved too much, but I cry all the time. So there's that. But the true struggle for me was physically. I tore so badly, and I did everything I could to prevent that from happening, but he was ultimately just such a huge baby that my body could only open so much. So I had quite a recovery, and I would say it took me like 2 solid months to feel like I could totally do life on my own, because I had a couple episodes where I like fainted in the shower, or I just felt weak or lightheaded. Nick had to like supervise me whenever I did anything. I couldn't work out for a while. So just the physical part of healing, and I know that's different for everybody as well. Mine was just, it felt like a million years. I was so ready to like be outside and not need like help walking. Honestly, the distraction of being so happy with Bruce was probably the only thing that could make me forget how much pain I was in throughout those first 2 months of recovery. So thank God for that. And now that I'm fully healed, obviously life is feeling a bit more normal, or the new normal of obviously having a little baby all the time to take care of. But I get to work out now. I get to do anything physically that I want to do. So that's been really nice. Also, we're going to switch gears here really fast because I skipped over another major life thing that happened right before Bruce arrived, and that is we moved again. So the office I'm in right now is my first time filming in here. It's brand new. We love our new house. I feel like I need to do a video dedicated to why we moved, to be honest, because when I posted that on Instagram, I'm pretty sure everybody was like, why? You just moved to Texas. Why are you moving again? So maybe I'll do that. Maybe let me know if you guys want to see that or know why we moved. But we are so happy with our decision. We adore our new house. It's like just so perfect, and we plan on being here for a couple years actually, which is long for us because when we lived in LA, we moved like 4 times and we lived there for 6 years. So it's nice to finally feel like our feet are planted. Bruce will be in this house for a while. Probably baby number 2 will be in this house. and we have no intention of moving literally until we just outgrow it, which it would take a lot for us to outgrow this house because it's beautiful and there's definitely a lot of space and room to grow. So that was pretty crazy. We moved when I was 8.5 months pregnant. So I was like huge, and it was a little bit physically, well, a lot bit physically taxing just because my belly was like out to here and we were packing and unpacking. Luckily, when we decided to do this, Nick was like, I'm gonna hire someone to pack our whole house up because I was pretty useless like in the packing phase because I was moving slow. I could only do vigorous activities for like maybe 20 minutes, which like packing up a whole house, and especially with the size of our old house, if you don't remember, it was 7,000 square feet. It was a lot of work. So luckily we had help packing the house, and then we had help unpacking the house. So it wasn't just me by myself. I did a lot of unpacking. Obviously I was exhausted, but we had help. So I'm so thankful for that. And we've been moved in for what, 4.5 months now. And we're still slowly tackling rooms. Like my office is pretty much done, but there's like things I need to hang on the wall and like just little decor things I still want to add. Bruce's room is done. Our living room is done, but we have like no photos in the house. So there's still a couple things we want to do to make this really our home. But overall, we're moved in. It feels like home. It feels great. And we love everything about this house and the neighborhood. We're like 8 minutes away from where we used to live too. So we're still in the same town, we're still in the Woodlands, like same area. So restaurants and all of that is pretty similar, which is very nice. So anyways, back to where I was. I feel like I'm kind of skipping and jumping all over the place. So I apologize in advance about that. I'm still getting in the groove of like talking to the camera, which is kind of like talking to yourself, to be honest. So I feel like I haven't done this in so long. I'm almost nervous, but anyways, back to what I was saying before about Bruce. So that was basically the first 2 months of him was healing, but enjoying every second of it, because within his first 2 months of life, he had Halloween, he had Thanksgiving, he had Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, Nick's birthday, our wedding anniversary. Like everything celebration wise for Nick and I is all at the end of the year. Like October through December is wedding anniversary, all of our birthdays, including Bruce now, and all the holidays. So a lot happens from October to December for us. And it was so special having him here for all of the holidays this year. I posted so much of him throughout the holiday season. So if you want to see any photos or cute reels we made, it's all up on Instagram. And like I already said earlier, I share him all the time on my story because he's just such a cute little happy guy. I know he brings joy to everybody. That's why I'm so excited to see like who he's going to become as a man, because I know he was put here to make people smile and to make people happy, and just he's so good. You know, I just feel that when I'm with him because he does the same thing to me as well. So anyways, I share him all the time on my story and my Instagram. So in about January-ish, I also signed with a new modeling agency, which if you're new here, I am a plus size model. I'm a curvy gal. And when I lived in California, that's what I did full time. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And so I didn't really get to do that right when we moved to Texas, which was 2021, but like the very end, it was like November of 2021, because we moved and then I got pregnant like right away. So last year, the entire year, I felt like the whole freaking year, but the whole year I was pregnant basically, and then I gave birth in October, so postpartum, not working. So I didn't do any modeling work at all in 2022, and I did get placed with an agency in Dallas, which I love. I've recently started to book huge clients, and it feels so good to be back in the groove of working as a model again. I definitely missed that while I was pregnant, and I worried once I had my baby if my body was going to be different and how clients were going to respond to my new measurements and my new figure. And honestly, I was welcomed back into the modeling community with open arms. My agent from California, who is the best agent ever, he got me signed like right away as soon as I wanted. I told him I was ready to model, and he got me signed with an agency in Texas. So now I can do what I love here, and it's been great. So I do work a lot in Dallas now, which I'm in the Woodlands, but basically Houston to Dallas is quite a drive. So that's a little bit not fun, if you will, but I still love that I get to do what I love from Texas. I get to be home, I get to be near my family, and I get to model. And now slowly I'm getting back into social media collabs and sponsorships and sharing things that I love on here. I've been sharing mostly funny reels and like sentimental mom posts and Bruce since he was born. That's just been what I've wanted to share, and honestly, ever since having Bruce, I have taken on the mentality of I'm not going to do anything that doesn't fill my cup and fill my soul. And that's pretty much how I go into everything in life now, which it's been really nice, because when I do something, I do it because I truly want to do it. I do it with my whole heart, and it makes me happy. So filming today's video, even though it is so overdue, I thought I was gonna film throughout the rest of my pregnancy, and I thought I would start filming earlier, like January-ish. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to give the time it takes to film a video and edit it to this. I wanted to be with Bruce, and I know that if I had forced myself to do this early and taken that precious time away from Bruce, I would not have been as happy doing it. But now that I've enjoyed so much quality time with him, and he's on more of a routine and schedule, and I get the flow of motherhood, I guess you would say, a little bit better than obviously like right when he was born. I am able to do this on my own time and happily, and I'm so beyond excited to be filming and getting back at this part of my work as a new mommy. So since I gave birth to Bruce, I've done a lot of Q&As on Instagram. There's been a lot of questions on the birth process and my labor and delivery and what it's like being a new mom and doing a day in the life video, and which I need to get around to that. I feel so bad like not getting back to people as fast as I used to. That's always been like my biggest flaw with social media, is responding to people in a timely manner, and it's been even worse since becoming a mom. But there has been a lot of questions of motherhood and what it's like, and recommendation questions, and just like a broad spectrum of mom questions. So I really want my next video to be a Q&A video where I just sit down and answer all the questions I've received. So I am gonna put a Q&A box up on my Instagram, so please go ask your questions there. Also, my YouTube channel has always had a little bit less activity than my Instagram, so feel free to leave a comment on this video. I will see it, and if there's a question you have about motherhood, about modeling as a mom, about birth, healing, whatever, leave it in the comments, and there's a good chance it will be in next week's video. That's another thing, my schedule of posting. I know for a little bit I cranked out 2 videos a week. I don't even know how I used to do that. That was like hard. I was hardcore on YouTube then. And then I went to 1 video a week for part of my pregnancy, and then that 3rd trimester just did me in. I could not find the energy to just even set up my camera stuff, let alone film a video. So I don't want to overpromise anything, because I hate when I say I'm gonna do something and then it falls through. I would like to have 1 video a week up, but I may honestly, for like 2 months or so, do 1 video every 2 weeks, just to give myself that time. And I need to kind of relearn how the heck I used to edit my videos. It's just been that long, and I know it'll come back to me as soon as I get back into it, but right now I fear that I'm just not gonna have enough time. So please bear with me just a little bit on my scheduling. I think I can commit at least at a minimum to 1 video every 2 weeks, but I'm really hoping I can do 1 video a week. That's the goal. So we're gonna just put that out into existence, and we're gonna make it happen. So I hope that this video caught you up a little bit on what has been going on over here. Motherhood has been my priority, and I've just been enjoying and soaking in every single second. I've truly always wanted to be a mommy, but now that I am one, it's 1,000 times better than I actually ever thought it would be. It's truly like watching my heart on the outside of my body every single day, because Bruce is just my whole world. And I don't want to make myself cry on this video because I'm just that emotional these days, where one little thing that I think about with Bruce will send me on a crying session for who knows how long. So I don't want to get too sappy, but it has been an amazing journey, and I just can't believe that I get to watch him grow up and do everything with him along the way. So it is good to be back. I cannot wait to share all the new things I'm using. My style has changed a little bit since becoming a mom. Like, if it's not comfortable, don't even show it to me. My body has changed as well since becoming a mom, so my measurements are a little different. I still pretty much shop the same size, but I look for different things now since I'm a mom versus those pre-mommy days. So I'm just excited to share almost like this new me. I told my husband today before I filmed how excited I was and how I felt like I was basically starting YouTube from scratch, because I feel like a totally different person than the pre-pregnant Angelica who used to film and crank out videos. And I feel like I'm experiencing that in everything in life, because I just started working out like hard again like 3 weeks ago, and I feel like I'm starting my fitness journey from scratch again. And there's just a lot of things in life that are different for the best reasons. So it's a lot of just relearning me and relearning how I do things in this new way. So that includes YouTube, and I'm so excited to be sharing this mommy version of Angelica with you. My cup is so full right now, and I'm just happy to be here on YouTube again. So make sure to leave those questions, any mommy question, literally at all that you have, in the comments down below. If you are more of an Instagram person, head on over to my Instagram. You can either send me a DM, but I am going to be putting an actual Q&A box up, which is always easiest for me to have all of those questions in the same place. So definitely don't miss that. I know it would be helpful for me to share when I'm going to be putting that Q&A box up, but I have no clue when I'm going to be doing that. So just go follow me on Instagram and check back on my stories so that you can see that Q&A box when it goes live. It should be like a day or two after this video goes live. I cannot wait to answer some of your questions about motherhood and what life is like now as a mommy. That will be a really fun video. And then after that, pretty much get right back into somewhat where we left off, sharing skincare and clothing and beauty things and just all the fun stuff. I'm so ready and excited to be back. If you are an OG follower and you've been following me since I started YouTube or for the last year, and you came back to watch this video after 8 or 9 months of not posting, thank you so much for returning. Yeah, I know I went AWOL for just a hot minute, and I never explained why. You could probably figure it out, but I really appreciate you coming back and supporting my page and just being here. So thank you for returning if you've been here through it all on my channel, and thank you for being here if you are a new follower. Welcome to my page. This is going to be fun getting back into YouTube and sharing all the things as a mommy. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see y'all next week. Also, I know I said I would bring Bruce back at the end of this video, but he is currently napping. I'm looking at him on his little monitor, and he's so cute. Oh my gosh. But he's napping, and I am not going to wake him up. So he'll just have to come back next week. I will include him in next week's video for sure. And if you want to see him before then, he will for sure be on my Instagram. So go follow me on Instagram, and you will get to see all things Bruce.